a good summer internship?
Good internship from the different angle.
Yes.
The first of all, students should be mentored properly with regard to the purpose of the summer internship. Because often students think that it is only the project writing.
Yes.
It is not only the project writing, it is a total exposure to the like industry, how the industry works or the offices work, and interacting with the senior people, which especially the students without work experience, they are not familiar how to interact with the, because they used to interact only with their family members like parents and maybe the teachers, faculty members, not outside world. And another important point is about even the project, how to go about, because we say that there is one academic mentor and another industry mentor. Now, industry mentor often don't cooperate, rather they do not how to guide students properly. So, that is not the purpose of the summer internship. So, here I think academic mentor's role is very crucial in guiding the students, and even about the selection of the topic, and once they select the topic, how to, what are the things that is the contents or the what we call the chapterization or the chapter plan. See, in all these things academic mentor plays a major role. So, probably we have to focus more, institute place more focus on the identifying the appropriate the academic mentor, because there are many, I mean without complaining or the naming anybody, I know that many cases students come on the last date and ask the academic mentor just to sign. That should not happen, it should be on the regular basis.
So, sir, given all the things that you've shared, very important things that you've shared, any specific thing that you think can be incorporated in our process that would improve it, make it more effective? Of course, you said that academic mentors have to play a more active role.
In this one specific suggestion I give, that we normally conduct sort of orientation program, probably one day orientation program, the students. I feel that probably for the faculty members also there should be orientation program, and maybe the senior or the experienced faculty who have got the clarity about the summer project. Those faculty who require, I mean some sort of, I mean those who do not have the clarity about that, I think there should be orientation.
Sir, in the past we've had some instances where we've seen where students have gone for an internship in a company, but the company has no relevant project, at least not what the student wants as a project. They don't have a project for them, and the students feel, not the company people, but the students feel that their time is not being used meaningfully.
See ma'am, what happens is the way any institute for that matter, the way they approach, only when the last moment comes for starting the summer internship, then they start approaching the industries. Now, because there is very short time and a project has to be undertaken, so come what may, whatever is the subject, the company has agreed, so you send the boys there, or the students there. Okay. Now, we don't spend enough time in advance with the companies, so we go there, we sit with them as institute, sit with them, try to find out what areas they would like us to see, okay, come back, and that is my responsibility as a faculty. I should prepare, you know, a rough template about that these are the problem areas, then I start guiding the student right from day one, okay, so that, you know, my whatever I can add to them, plus they are using their own knowledge base, and there is a clear cut problem area, because you ask the right question, because that is the concern of industry. There is a, you know, you are doing something which we don't want, our problem is this, and this actually strengthens my earlier statement. It happens. So, that advanced planning, you know, at least 2 months before the start, the institute should start interacting with the industries, if possible get those people here who are interested in giving a project to the students. So, that's how I look at it.
Thank you, sir. some very
Entirely my pleasure, ma'am.
useful and practical insights.
Thank you so much.
Sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, you've been very actively involved with all the students for their internship. So every year when you take students for internship, what is your expectation from the internship?
My expectation is that they do something which is worthwhile, they learn in the process, and it's not something which is done just for the purpose of killing those 2 months time, or maybe taking a break, going home, meeting with friends, etc. Because after all, the purpose is to give them some kind of hands-on experience with the industry, because with most of our students this is the first time that they interface with the industry. So and moreover, this is a kind of a preparation which they are doing so that they become more employable whenever the companies are coming to visit our campus. They should have something which they can really talk about, feel proud about, that this is what I have done, this is what I have learned, and this is how I have contributed to the company with which I was working.
Right. And so while doing all this, any problem that you think usually is the problem, either from the student side or from the industry side?
Let's take it up one by one. When I talk about the industry side, many a times there have been instances where industry looks at our students as skilled talent, and that too very updated talent. So they have certain jobs to be completed in a certain stipulated number of days, and they don't have enough talent within the organization who can be given that job along with whatever they've been doing side by side. So these are fresh people who are very updated, very energetic. It all depends on actually the two mentors, how much they can take out or how much they can get or motivate to begin with the student, and how much they can come up with as an outcome of those 2 months.
So coming to the second part of my earlier question, that the industry perspective, what are the problem areas that you might be facing from them? You spoke about the students facing a problem and how they are used, but do you think the industry people also face some problem from our students?
At times, yes, because if some of the students are not that serious, they would not be regular in terms of attending to those responsibilities that have been given to them. At times, they are not regular in terms of attending office every day on a daily basis. There have been instances where the student has herself confessed later on, this is my problem. I thought I could take a break during this time, so I went back home. By the time I came back, something that was really of my interest has been given to somebody else, and now I don't have a substantial good enough topic to work on. And in fact, there has been a recent case as well, similar case. So in such cases, they have had to continue with something which maybe has not been of their interest, or maybe something which was not a priority for the company they were working for, and then work with a mentor who can really guide them in that area. So that is also very important.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
your time. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Sir, today I've been speaking to a lot of our professors about the summer internship at
Right.
BIMTech. But I think this exercise would not be complete if you don't try to get an industry perspective
True.
on this. So according to you, what is a good summer internship from your perspective?
Having worked for now more than 7 years across various corporates, the first thing a corporate looks forward from a summer intern is, one is a commitment,
Yes.
and second is the freshness of the idea which a summer intern brings along. So this has been my observation over the last few years I have been associated with BIMTech.
So in these 4 years, with what you have observed, would you like to make any suggestions for improvement?
See, my interaction has been right from the leadership level down to the student level. I am thankful for the opportunities provided. At times I feel that some of the students are not making most use of the various technologies available.
Right.
And if we judiciously use those technologies, because today's enabler and driving force is technology. The more the students get well versed with the technologies, it's much easier for them to leave their footprint in whichever organization they work. Talking of some very specific examples, now SPSS and SAS, these software in the research domain are the most sought after. Some of our students are already using them.
Yes.
Perhaps that percentage can
Increase.
The other thing which is there, making the use of social media creatively for professional purposes would be another thing where there is slight amount of improvement scope, because this field in itself is quite nascent. But we would like our students to make most use of it before it also becomes a common practice across the colleges. That was that.
Sir, for now, as you're representing the corporate perspective, there is one thing that we have been facing is that sometimes the industry people themselves are not prepared with a project that they can offer to an internship. Or they don't, they're not really well prepared how to utilize the skills that students bring to them. How can that be addressed?
I would not at all deny the fact which you have said. And unfortunately, at many of the platforms where there has been talks of academic and industry collaboration, I have also raised this fact that before we expect the things from academia, is the industry also prepared?
Yes.
But then I will like to put another management attribute over here, which I will say the art of persuasion and follow-up. At the end of the day, the kids, if they are able to influence, persuade and follow up, because frankly speaking, this is a reality which can't be changed overnight. And I'm not trying to be defensive, but I'm just trying to suggest a way out, that the onus again for the time being should be there with students. And yes, my corporate colleagues also must be sensitive to this fact. Many of the companies now have started a buddy system, whereas a buddy is not a very senior professional, but someone who has joined hardly 2-3 years ago.
Yes, at the same age.
Yes, yes. That helps in smoothing the entire process and also helps the interns settle down fast and get into the groove for the work.
Very useful, yes.
This is what I will share.
So, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, ma'am.